It's earnings season, and you know what that means. We're looking at some more earnings charts again. The Earnings All-Stars videos are back. And this week, we're leading off with the big banks, but a bunch of other companies are also reporting that are in the mix for the industrial side, the just regular financial side, energy. We're going to find out a lot about what's going on in the economy. We already have from Fastenal. They have already reported by the time I'm recording this, and they were showing some weakness on the industrial side. So what are the other companies going to be doing? I'm bringing them to you, and let's dive right in. And we're starting with a railroad. And that one is the one that always leads us off, and it's CSX, ticker CSX. And you can see it's kind of a mess here on this chart. This is the 5-year. It has had 3 misses in the last 4 quarters. It did have a small beat last quarter. So it did get back on track. But it's all a matter of what's going on with earnings. We had big earnings declines expected here for 2025, 2026, and even 2027 was brought down. That was on Liberation Day. And now it's kind of just bottomed here for these 2 years, but we're seeing a bit of a rebound into 2027. Kind of a mixed bag, and I'm not sure we're really going to find out all that much different on this earnings report, but everyone will be tuning in on the rails as always, and I will be too. So that leads us off this week with CSX. Then we are going to switch over to the financials, but not one of the big banks, but Charles Schwab. This one has been extremely hot, breaking out, as you can see, and a great earnings surprise track record. This is the last earnings surprise. You can barely see it here up, beating 4.6%. But it's got this streak of green arrows going all the way back to the start of 2023. That's impressive. And then look at this earnings. Turning around, nice earnings growth year over year. A lot of that is because the stock market is at new highs. And when that is at new highs, earnings or assets under management also rises. And that's what we're seeing. So a lot of these companies that are on the investment side that, have the brokerages, are doing quite well on the earnings side as well. So this is one I'm going to be tuning into. How hot is it on the earnings side? With Schwab, we will see. Then we are switching over to the chip side. And of course, this would be an AI play, Taiwan Semi. Everybody's going to be watching it. Look at this chart. No misses, up, but just one way back here in 2020. But otherwise, it's green all the way. So great earnings track record for Taiwan Semi. And then here's the earnings up and to the right. And then even now, look at 2027 exploding when we're getting all these chip deals through OpenAI and other companies with a lot of the chip manufacturers. And who are they having make the chips? Taiwan Semi. So this is looking interesting. Shares near those all-time highs. Can it continue with this momentum? We will see. Then I am going to talk about one bank, just one, and it's not one of the big major banks. It is one of the big regional banks, Bank OZK. One of my favorites. I've owned it off and on in Zach's Value Investor and my own personal portfolio. They are in Arkansas, formerly known as Bank of the Ozarks, but it's been Bank OZK for a while now. And they are on the real estate side, which is why some people have been a little cautious on the company, because they have been lending out. So they lend on apartment buildings, they lend on commercial structures, hotels, these kinds of things. And then they get out of the loan. It's rolled over into a standard loan, usually given by someone else. So they're just there to build the apartments or condos. And you can see the earnings are looking pretty good here up and to the right. And it's got a good earnings surprise track record. It's never missed many times. And you can see just 3 misses here in 2022, 2023. And so everything else is looking pretty good, pretty smallish earnings beats, however. but they are very transparent in what's going on with their real estate portfolio. Also have been trying to diversify their book of business outside of real estate, just to take away some of the volatility that's on that side of things. So this is what I'm going to be watching. It's a regional bank, Bank OZK, ticker OZK. And then we're going to finish it up with energy. It's been struggling. Crude was back below with WTI below $60. SLB is the one that always goes first, ticker SLB, formerly Schlumberger. And this is on the services side. And you can see what is happening as crude prices have declined and people have pulled back on drilling. That's really what this is. And you can see 2025 and 2026 look pretty dismal. 2027 started off more optimistic, but even that is coming down and looking a lot more dismal as well. Shares are also coming down as earnings have not a complete collapse back to 2021, which was during the pandemic when oil went negative and nobody was drilling really back then. But still, this is probably more like a trap with oil at these levels. Probably not going to see a turnaround now until maybe 2027 on the services side. So, but this is one I'm going to be watching. Maybe I'm wrong on that, and maybe we will start to see something more positive happening in 2026, maybe late 2026. These are cyclical and on the price of the underlying commodity. So keep that in mind with Schlumberger. But this is the first one out of the gate on the services side. So I'm going to be tuning in. It's SLB, ticker SLB. And so, as you can see, it's an interesting mix that I picked out for this week. In addition, we're getting JP Morgan and that gang of big cap banks. A lot of other regional banks also reporting this week. So I'll be tuning into those as well, and they'll continue next week. And then we're going to start to get some of the AI stocks. So I'm going to be bringing you those charts throughout earnings season and the Mag 7s. You don't want to miss a single episode. Get us on Zacks.com/YouTube for all of these videos. And I'll see you again next time with some more stocks.